Police were attempting to arrest Floyd outside of a store when an officer held his knee on Floyd's neck for nearly 10 minutes. The killing was caught on camera. Floyd's murder sent shockwaves across the country, and that outrage spread internationally, prompting widespread civil rights protests around the world.
Kaepernick's protest against racial injustice seems to be gaining traction.
It's a new type of coronavirus.
A mystery virus they'd hoped to contain, but one we now know can jump from human to human.
You ready?
Yeah, let's just start off with you telling us a little bit about yourself and what you're here for today.
My name is Eshe Oyebade. I'm the founder of the Nubian Circle, and today we're here to talk about the Nubian Circle and its relaunch.
So Eshe, why was the Nubian Circle created?
So it was created at a time where there was a lot of racial tension that was going on. The death of George Floyd, the start of the Black Lives Matter movement, a lot of protests were going on amidst all these police brutality. So I knew that I wanted to make an impact, and I wanted to make a peaceful impact and a meaningful impact. And the way that I saw fit was to start talking about stimulating our own economy and start talking about how we can keep the black dollar within the black community. And the best way to do that is to highlight these different black-owned businesses, black-owned ventures, and black-owned initiatives that people otherwise may not have known about, so that they can start to support each other.
That's very important, especially in the black community. Can you explain why the Nubian Circle stopped?
Yeah, so the Nubian Circle stopped originally because I told myself that, I didn't have enough time. I was in school and all these different things. But honestly, when we give ourselves these excuses, most times they stem from something else. And what the real thing was that I felt like it was getting a little bit stagnant just because I didn't get the chance to really talk to the community, or, be more forward facing. So that was part of it. And then also just, within myself, I had a lot of things that I was dealing with, mentally and all those things. So I knew that I needed to help myself if I wanted to help other people. So I wanted to take time to just, do introspection, reflect, and figure out the best way that I could push my blessings into the world on a new platform, or the same platform, but in a new way.
It's important that you got yourself together and you were able to, relaunch the Nubian Circle, because I see it's very promising. Where's the Nubian Circle headed in the future? Yeah,
so the Nubian Circle, we're headed to the moon, but I originally was doing it by myself, and a solo thing, just trying to push it out by myself. And I realized that if I'm preaching about community and I'm trying to, push out the message of oneness, then it's not the best to do it by myself. So now I have a team, and we'll be pushing out different initiatives. We'll be pushing out different content. So just for example, we have the Nubian Visionary Summit that will be hosted on Juneteenth, where we'll have some black panelists that will come in. We'll also have, the networking section and the mixers as well, just to give people a chance to, unwind, but also get the chance to network and let the different generations get the chance to talk outside of a professional setting per se, or a work setting rather. And then things like men's run clubs, where we'll be able to talk with each other, reflect, have those moments where we could talk about, things that we otherwise don't get the chance to talk about, and then also mentor some of the young black men that'll be coming after us. So just all these different initiatives, and then as well as pushing out more interviews like this. Originally we had like I said, it was stagnant, right? So the best way to make it not stagnant was to give people these live action things and go into people's workplaces or their place of business, so that we could work with them and see how they operate, and then also learn how they came about and what their story is.
For sure, that's very, very important. How do you plan on achieving these goals?
Yeah, so there's so many ways that we want to achieve these different things, but really we want to just start to become a prominent name for the community, where people think about us when they think about people who are making an impact and who are actually, walking the walk and talking the talk. So we're going to start pushing out so many more initiatives like this. We're going to start hosting more events, and then also putting out more YouTube content and putting out more Instagram content so that people can have this awareness, and also learning about Black history and learning about different things from the past that are affecting us now, because that's also very important within our community, because somebody who doesn't know their history is doomed to repeat it.
That's very, very true. I think that's a very noble quote there. My next question is, what can the community expect from this relaunch?
They can always expect a helping hand. Like I've been talking about this whole time, the biggest thing that we want to do is to really lend a hand and to really make an impact, because there's so many times that, you know, we see all these different things that are occurring and all these like imbalances within the society, but it's not enough to just see it. So we want to be able to help. We want to be able to, you know, take things back to how, like, thinking about the Black Panthers when they were doing those children or the breakfast club so the kids could eat. So we want to do things like that, where it's like when you think about the Nubian Circle, you think about community and you think about a helping hand.
Before we get out of here, do you want to shout out to your page once again so that they know where to follow you at?
Yes, sir. So make sure that you follow us at the Nubian Circle. We also have a subsidiary to us, which is the Nubian Roots, where we'll focus on herbal remedies as well as selling teas and just holistic health in general, because your food should be your medicine and your medicine your food.
So make sure you guys are staying tuned. So what it means to be a Nubian to me is basically a individual who is very inspiring in the community, someone who wants to bring the community together, and someone who wants to advocate for the community.
A Nubian is someone who is a selfless individual looking to provide some type of impact and be a part of change to not only their loved ones, but as well as their community, whether it's through firsthand experience by taking leadership roles and hosting events, or whether it simply be by informing individuals of what ways they can have an impact themselves to their community as well.
To be a Nubian is to live in a state of consciousness, you know, focusing on focusing within and trying to understand yourself so that you can understand the blessings that you're meant to give to this world, and moving in peace and love, and remembering that your journey is preordained and blessed by God. So to stay within yourself, to stay grounded, and to always remember that your morals are important.